Hello, hello, yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Robin Rathi. I'm contesting for the post of Research Affairs Secretary. I would be presenting my presentation right now. This is nothing just like my manifesto you guys would have gone through already. So I'll be presenting those points only here. So my vision is strengthening the research scholar support system in IITM with competency in a way that it meets industry academics demand along with personal growth. So basically, in short, a healthy, wealthy and happy scholar. So these are my general objectives. So stationary shops in the academic zone, which I felt is a big issue, and equally distributed TA duty should be there. So we have to have some mechanism for accountability of that. Conduction of TLC workshop for a week at least for the scholar who are looking for postdocs or academics. Reinitiating MS stipend hike, addressing the GPU issues, and smoothing the process for NOC and guest house booking, which should be through workflow, enhancing transparency in the medical reimbursement process. Yeah, and this is something new. This is an initiative I want to put for all the scholars because we have WLI which is specifically for women. But after post tenure, for example, after 5 years, we have no support for other scholars. So I want to bring that point like there should be some alumni support for all scholars, not only for women. Yeah, RSD. Here nothing is new. We had really good event in RSD. As being RS executive, I have observed that. And I felt this is a really good platform to interact with people and we can improve it further. And I would like to continue with more interactions. CDCR, we already have this vertical in our RAS team, and in that vertical there was some issue like we could not have these resume building session and placement preparation beforehand. So this time we will make sure like things happen beforehand. Yeah, arranging demand-based technical workshop as well as alumni talks. So instead of arranging some random talks, we should ask scholars what they really want and then we will initiate those kind of workshops only. Focusing on interaction with industry and research park frequently, we are already doing that. I just want to increase the number of visits to the research park so people can understand their own research area and can collaborate by themselves. Yeah, this is placement. Again, I'm not representing something new initiative here. What I'm doing, I'm strengthening the existing system. What we felt, there was no window deadline for the people. So, very few people registered on time. So we have to focus for some deadline. Off-campus opportunity cannot be functional this time, but I'll make sure it would be functional this time. And our connect and placement team will work hand in hand so that, more industry can come and, people can be placed better. Is strengthening the internship for MS PhD with a competitive stipend, including more PhD to strengthen the placement team under the placement, heads. So there should be some different vertical for postdocs, academics, and PG already there. R Connect, focusing the industry trip based on research domain. I know it is quite difficult, but we have to focus on that somehow. Enhancing interaction with academics who are open to accepting exchange programs. Improving international industry connection and exchange program through collaboration with global engagement, which is very much doable. This is problem solving cell. So here we would be addressing, post stipend issue, which I already mentioned. And we would be thinking of stipend top-ups like you guys are already doing this BS proctoring and NPTL. So similarly, we can have more initiative. So then some stipend support should be there. Organizing interactive session related to overall well-being of the scholar, which is already there. Again, we have to increase the frequency. Our club. So basically building connection, similar research group at the institute level, it can be even national wide, so it can be a bigger group like our club, we can connect all other IITs for this. Bi-monthly meeting with all the legislator which is already happening there. And these are my credentials, like I'm RAS executive right now, I have been strategist head in Hindi Mitra Mandal, I'm volunteer in I Will and Jignasa, I'm a cyber volunteer by home ministry, and I have been assistant warden of IIT Madras hostel for 2 years, and I have along with that some industry experience as well. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharon Thambi. This time I am contesting for the position of Research Affairs Secretary, IIT Madras. I am so happy and proud to stand in front of you. So here, I am here to present my manifesto point in front of you and have a discussion about the feasibility of the points what I am proposing right now. This is my vision: enriching accessibility, fostering innovation, enriching wellness. I believe as a team, if we work together, small changes can make big impact. Before going to the manifesto, I want to brief what are the present challenges people face. Of course, as we are from the NIRF Rank 1 College, placement-related issues. Other than that, during your research activities, different setbacks, paper writing difficulties, financial strain is another problem, institutional issues, also finally, health and well-being. How to address these issues? So we have a system that is RAS Council. This is the previous RAS Council structure, and we all know under the guidance of Mr. Poshadri and his team, they have made a well-built structure. You can see that now they are very much busy organizing one of the biggest event for the research scholars. So at this moment, I am so proud that I am presenting my points to him and I can get what are the comments on my views. So I am not going to change any of the things in the structure, but I am taking some of the key observations what I made, and if you work on that point, we can improve the system. So I am made those points as my manifesto point. Mainly, I have 3 areas. One is the career development, where placement and placement-related activities will be discussed. The second is wellness initiatives. And the third one is Research Affairs Secretary for everyone. Coming to the first part, career development. As you all know, IIT Madras is, of course, the rank number 1. But when we consider about the research scholars like MS and PhD, when we observe the statistics for the last 2 years, we found out that MS people are getting placed around 50 to 60%. But when we consider about PhD guys, the placement statistics will come like around 20 to 25. This year placements are still going on. When I talked to the placement head, he told that the things are going on, but still it is again having some difficulties. There are a lot of issues which we can't, there are a lot of issues which is the reason for this. Maybe something from the students' side, something from the organizing committee people. So I propose some of the small changes. If we do, I believe that we can change something or we can improve the quality of the number of placements. But what I am proposing right now with this, which is actually working only with the help support of the research scholars, which are sending in front of me. With your exact support, not too much time, maybe half an hour in a week or half an hour maybe with 2 weeks, I believe that this will effectively help to support the system. So one is placement advisory committee consists of research scholars, research alumni and faculties. They will be collecting data like recent academic positions, industrial vacancies or postdocs, and this will be transferred to the placement team. So they can use this data to improve the placements. Second thing I am proposing is dedicated placement day for PhD scholars. We can consider it to conduct it in 2 times. One is March and one is September. If you consider the academic activities will start on July, if you are able to make in the March as a 1-day placement, we can improve the placements for the academic people. Similarly, if you try to get placement September for PhD people, we can bring more professional companies, because professional companies are looking for the best candidates, as we believe our PhD scholars are the best. Now coming to the other things, our calendar, where we will be initiating a place or a calendar where we can put all the activities, all the research conferences, workshops, seminars, details in that, so that everyone can access it. So it's like a information sharing. Another thing regarding career development cell, what I want to propose is 2 things. Mainly, regular technical writing workshops for the research scholars, as well as regular pre-placement mock interview, because research scholars have to get trained to go to a company. Company is not seeing your value of the research. They want some skills. So this set of skills you can attain using some pre-mock test or some training. One more thing I want to emphasize is, earlier we had LinkedIn Premium, but now it's ended. So I want to reinitiate the process. I want to talk to the LinkedIn people and try whether we can subsidize the money for the LinkedIn people, and if possible, I will try to subsidize to purchase this thing, and you can give it to the research scholars. Coming to the next part, wellness. This is the strongest part which I am focusing. Like, I am proposing a system which is known as our surveys.
2 minutes. I'm speaking 2 minutes.
Our surveys, where your professional issues will be monitored, and it will be directed to the concerned authorities through problem solving cell. Also, your personal issues also will be confidentially shared or discussed with help of MITR or the other supporting centers. So I believe that using this framework, I will assure transparency, and I will promise you that whatever issues are happening, we can find a solution in that, in my level. Other than that, Quarters Club and Healthy Lifestyle, this we can use to support the Quarters people, because hostelers have hostel affairs secretary and all, but we are not mentioning about the issues of Quarters people. So I am proposing one Quarters Club. Also for Healthy Lifestyle, I am telling some department common room and some facilities. It is there, you can see. And finally, I am proposing the last term, admin accessibility, where we will share all the timely circulation of agendas, minutes of meeting, etc. Research visits will be connected in every department wise. We will try to connect that. And finally, those new research scholars who are really interested in doing innovation entrepreneurship area, we can take the help of Nirman and CFI, and we can get 2 lakhs for converting your project idea into some product. So with this, I am winding up my agenda. I believe that if you people are supporting me at least few time with me, I believe that we can, with the small changes, we can make a big impact. So that's all. I'm just showing some of the backup slides, some alumni statistics, which I tried to get some career development feasibility from Tata Steel. One person is there. Postdoc opportunity, I have tried to know more about postdoc opportunity.
So time is up, sir. Yeah.
Yes. These are some of the things I done. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So now we will go ahead with the cross-questioning round. You are allowed to ask 3 questions.
Okay.
And there will only be 2 follow-ups. It's totally up to you to which question you want to ask follow-up.
Okay.
So only two follow-ups you have.
So should I go first, or he will
You'll go first because you presented first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my first question to you is, Sharon, you have mentioned this our survey, right? So are you aware we are already doing this in problem solving cell, right? So what is your initiative? How are you presenting it different than what we are doing right now? And what is the necessity for that?
This is also from, you can see the slide, this is also from problem cell. Same, I told you the structure is same only. But what I want to convey is, with this survey, I will be floating a form so that like two surveys I am floating, like one is professional and one is personal. So if the professional issues regarding one scholar, he can fill this form, and the placement team will, like the problem solving cell team will check these issues maybe weekly, and we will report to the authorities, what are the issues, and we will take timely feedback. And we will assure you that this feedback will be reached people in timely. I think this surveys, previous
But
thing.
it is already there. My question is, what new
That's
you are going to add?
The thing is, I go to the point, right? We will give the feedback timely. That's what we are sure.
Okay. So you have mentioned this placement day, right? So are you aware, like we have some MOU between IITs, placement will start on first of all. So don't you think adding this extra, I might not be much aware about this placement thing, but I felt, isn't it breaking the rules? And how do you make sure this is going to add something new to the placement? Instead of calling all those placement companies on the same day, how you are proposing it differently a different day and it would work out better?
So do you think that this is a evaluation, right? So as I studied about the placement team activities. What I found is, for all IITs, PhD people doesn't have a particular fixed day placement. So that's why I propose this. That is, in the March, we can contact the different universities, and we can ask them to come for academic placement. We can organize it. I have discussed with the placement superintendent. She told the feasibility. She gave the feasibility, and if you are able to bring the best companies, we can conduct this company placement also we can conduct in September, and that's because PhD people doesn't have a timeline. I think you don't that. That's it. It's there, not there.
Okay. So my third question is, you have mentioned this yoga and all those things you will be conducting on timely basis. So how it is different then? We already have lots of yoga session in our campus, and that is open to all. So how do you make sure people will turn up here, and what is new in that?
That point, I have added a lot of things in that lifestyle. What I want to make, what the point I want to make is, these are the small observations what I did from the past 1.5 years. So, why I propose this point is, not only yoga, there are a lot of activities. I want the team, maybe in my lab I have 20 people. Someone should take the initiative that at the weekend, take them out, take them to the ground, just play some games. Or someone is really interested in yoga, take them to some place, do some yoga. You just start doing something. It will help to relieve your stress. This is not an official program. This is a simple program which will help to reduce your stress. Just go for a weekend game, cricket, football, whatever you like. I believe that these things will help. These things will help to reduce your stress. That's why I put that point.
Okay, thank you.
So your feasibility report is supposed to give proof of feasibility regarding your manifesto points.
Sorry, come again?
Feasibility report is supposed to give proof of feasibility regarding your manifesto points, right?
True.
And overall feasibility from Dean ignores the operational value of each point. Because you have not given the feasibility from any of the administrative members. For example, CMO or CCW feasibility for medical reimbursement issues, Professor Rahul Ratnakar feasibility for updating the workflow. Why are these not included in the feasibility report?
Okay, I have taken the feasibility from, first of all, from the members and deans. Only thing is I could not make it feasible to the CCW. I think this reimbursement process is under CCW. I'm not going to go to CMO for the reimbursement of my medical bill. Yeah, please.
I really appreciate your point regarding your TA work.
Yeah.
It's valid.
It's?
It's valid.
Thank you.
You might know that the workload as well as the number of scholars in each department varies highly. Have you taken feasibility of this with HODs of departments? How do you plan to implement this?
Okay, yeah. I would say I haven't taken the feasibility with HODs, but I have taken the feasibility with Dean AR and those. And I came to the conclusion that it is very much doable. Only thing is I need to push it through RL as well as HODs. And there should be some accountability of TA because everyone is not getting equal TA duties.
Yeah, my question is, how will you do that? Next question, yeah. First follow-up.
Okay, so for example, we have like this 6-month report submission, right? Along with that, each professor can give how many candidates he has and what work they are doing and how many hours they are doing. So, we will have some accountability during 6 hours, and if we see, like we will get some data, if we see it is not happening, then we have to flip the lower TA with upper TA. That's all.
You have proposed distinct verticals in placement team for MS and PhD.
Sorry?
You have proposed distinct verticals in the placement team of MS and PhD.
Yeah.
In the current scenario where scholars are hesitant even to volunteer for the RISE team, what is the feasibility of this and how do you intend on doing this?
Okay, I'll come to this point because I have been talking to placement people, I have been RAS executive, so I literally observe the pain. When we have distributed this like MS, PhD, under PhD we will have these verticals for academics and postdoc openings. But what happens, just because very few people turn up there, we could not make a really good strong team there, and we have only one team which was only looking and focusing on industry placement. So people could not get placed because of that. So what I'm proposing, let it be there. We can have more people there in the team and let this head handle all those things. So there should be some vertical. Like we have cores, right? So similarly, we can have different verticals for that. And it should go, smoothly. Because my motive is most of the people should get placement. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah, we'll move on to the EC questioning. So
Yeah.
we'll begin with Pushadri. You can have this. Use this.
Yeah.
I happy to see for the RAS peer, now also competition is there. So I am well appreciating both of the people for contesting for the RAS.
Thank you.
So going to the questions. So firstly, I'll go to the questions for the two people. I want answers from the two people. So you people are like decided to contest for the RAS. I don't know when you decided. That is the thing. And if you wanted that much enthusiasm, so what are the things are you did in the RAS peer, and how come you are committed to be contested for the RAS? First question.
I think you answer first, please.
As in the RAS sphere, if you ask, I was there in the placement team from, if you count, from June to, maybe May to September, I was there as a volunteer. So during that time, Sai was my core. So he was assigning me some works to call companies and all. He gave me, I think, 3 companies. I used to contact them, but sometimes it was very difficult. They are not responding. So I used to, that was my duty during that time. Apart from that, as a scholar of IIT Madras for the past 1.5 years, I have worked in different verticals with all the enthusiasm. I believe I have supported whatever work I have did with all my whole heart. So this time I thought, why should I support our RIS team to improve the placements, to bring more happiness in the team, as well as for the research scholars.
Just Sushant, can you give it team? I wanted to clarify and follow up also.
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the thing is, if you are having a other spheres, it is doesn't mean like you know about the RA sphere. So I encourage the people, they how to join in the RA sphere and they how to go through the RA sphere and they how to pay it. How much they are paying, who are the people are there in the RA sphere, they know. So this is, I can say, this is not at all simple job. This is a very hectic job. So that I wanted to give as a clarification and suggestion also. Though, going to my follow-up, so you said at the time of like July to October something you told like as a coordinator. So you told like something was happened and you like went from that. So if something that type of cases comes to you, if you are elected as the RAS, and how come you give the justification to our people as they are elected you?
That's a very genuine question, actually. The thing is, I have shown the respect to the post. I sent the message to the head that due to some medical emergency, I can't continue for maybe 2-3 weeks. That is the period where we have to do all the placement activities. So I requested him to take like some other volunteers so that we can complete the work. My father passed away, and after that I came. It was around 2-3 weeks I was there, and after that I came. So I believe from my side, I have clearly explained my responsibility, what I was there to my coordinator. So I believe, and you can ask or you can testimony to the other head verticals where I worked, how I worked. That's all.
Clarification for this question. Actually, he told like, I like leave that position because of the projects. So if that type of projects are coming to you, you are also PMRF scholar and you are, I am not. No, before. Okay. You told any projects thing or like this is the thing. Can you clarify? Okay. Guru Robin.
Yeah. So, Poshadri, to answer your question, I would say I have been working as an RAS executive for past 1 year. So I have seen each and every vertical closely because along with you, we have done lots of things and I have experience in each and every vertical. So I think your question is like, do I have some experience in this sphere? So I do have experience in this sphere. So what is your next question?
How you committed? How you committed to go for RAS?
Okay, so my motivation to come for RAS is because along with my research, I'm handling my home, my daughter and everything, and apart from that, I'm a volunteer in lots of the things. So I believe I have really good experience in different spheres of IIT Madras, and I can bring a change along with that, breaking the ice like I won't do that. So I'm going to say I'm the potential candidate and I'll prove it. Thank you.
But as you seen, like as an executive, so I like whatever the work you did, I seen, but I wanted to like give a suggestion. So as a executive position, are you thought, are you did it? So that is not same as the RAS position. I wanted to give
True,
this
true.
suggestion. Yes. Okay. Going to the second question. So you, I'm not like objecting as standing for the RAS candidate. I'm telling the real truth about if you are a RAS. So you both people are married and you are having the responsibilities and you are having your research and all those things. How you people are committed to be contest for the RAS and you wanted to justify for the 4,000 research scholars. So that is the one thing. And what are the qualities you are having to be a RAS?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to say you cannot underestimate anyone. Okay,
That's why I mentioned I'm
yes,
not.
yes, yes. So apart from that, if I can handle my daughter, my household stuff, my lab work, along with being an RAS executive, that too is not an easy job. And with that also I'm going to other things, like I'm strategist head of Hindi Mitra Mandal, I'm doing those events, I'm going to IWIL, I'm giving some presentation there. So it's just cutting those things and focusing that time here, and I think I can do that. That is very much doable.
Yes, but I can suggest you, for my point of view, so this is very hectic thing. If you are elected, ready for the face.
Thank
Ready to
you.
face it.
Welcome. I'm there.
Okay.
As you asked about the family, I'm living with my wife here. She is doing her master's in emergency medicine. She's a strong woman I have met in my life. So she's always supportive doing any activities in campus. Apart from that, my experience as a faculty, as an assistant professor for 8 years, I believe I can do a lot of work as a team. This time I am becoming the RAS. I will be inviting scholars who are ready to selflessly work. We can divide the work and we can do easily. One example I can tell you. Just imagine you have to run from Velacheri gate to main gate with a stick. If you're running alone, it will be very difficult, like Poshadri told. But if you keep 10 people in middle of different departments and if you hand over the stick, no one will be very tired, but you can reach very fast at the main gate.
But what you said, I didn't understood. But okay, if you people are committed, I'm very much happy. So going to another question, as you all mentioned, I seen your manifestos and feasibilities. Nowhere, no one mentioned about RAS. It's okay. No need to worry. I think contesting for the RAS thing and. So no one mentioned about, I think nowhere mentioned about the RAS thing. I think you people, whenever you are contesting for the thing, so you have to go through the process. What are the things are there? And wherever you need to get the feasibilities and all those things. So that I wanted to tell you the people. And going to the questions. So as you know, are you know how many verticals are there in the RAS team? And can you tell each vertical what are the names? Each verticals, the name it. And another thing, and how many people are there in the RAS team, and what are the difficulties we facing bringing the people, and how you can overcome that to fill the RAS council. This is the question, both of.
As I explained the structure there, right? So from the RAS head, like Poshadri is there, but I'm not able to tell every name, and I'm not a good remember, okay? I will tell my ideas, what I learned from the structure. I'm telling that, yeah, please. So we have the RAS executive.
I asked the question, if you know, answer it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Otherwise,
telling.
pass it.
Yeah,
That's
RAS executives are there. Then under the RAS structure, we have placement cells. Placement cell is there. Then career development cell is there. Problem solving cell is there. R Connect. Then yeah, so these are some other verticals are there. So these verticals, which mainly focus on the wellness of the research people by doing, giving training, mainly CDCR, career development. So they are doing a lot of activities. Ram is there. Kusum, you see, a lot of people I have talked to them. I got a lot of inputs.
I'm
Sayan is
asking
there.
about the
So these are the
teams and
people.
verticals under the teams.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Then all these heads, all these verticals, there are a lot of course coordinators and all.
Again and again, I am specifying teams, names. What are the? I'm not asking about the names of the heads. What are the teams under that? How many verticals are there? And under that, right now, under that, how many people are there? And I am telling you, getting the people into the RAS council, it is not at all easy job. How you will do that? And how you overcome this? And what are your thoughts to bring the people?
If I am winning, you will be my advisor, and we will be doing interviews for the heads. And then these people will doing interviews to find out other people. Right, that's what you meaning.
No, are you telling that if I am there, like I can bring the people?
No, that we have, that's what I tell you. We have to work as a team to bring people. See, when I...
So that
when
I'm asking you, how you can bring the people?
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
I'm asking you how you
understand,
bring the
understand,
people.
I understand, yeah. So the one thing is, research scholars area, like, people are really busy actually. But the fact that the RA's team is working for them, we have to convey them properly. We have to invite them properly. We have to tell what is the exact thing RA is doing to them. It should be properly informed to them. So, one example I want to tell you, okay? During the past 2 days, I was talking to different people in the evening. So when I went to CS department, there was few people. I went there, I told them that I am contesting for the research affairs secretary position. What is the position there? They are asking. They don't know anyone from the RA's team. No one went there. So
Who told you? No one knows in the RAS?
Yeah, CS.
If you go and ask in the
CS.
crowd in the college also,
Yeah,
like in
no,
our institute
people-
also,
people-
everyone will tell about the RAS.
No, you can ask the lab actually. I don't want to lie anything. So the thing is, what I'm going to tell is, we have to communicate properly. We have to tell why we are working. We are working for them.
Are you thinking we are not communicating? We are not reaching? How many mails I am giving? Are you
Yes,
not seeing?
of course. That's what I'm telling. The method, maybe the method we are trying. Why we can't think little change differently? Why we got to try it another way? There are a lot of ways. So I told them when I talked about these things at all, one person, one MS scholar told, I want to work with my team. And he gave me a number. He told that if you're coming, I am really happy to work with me. So this is the enthusiasm. This is the happiness I felt. We have to communicate things properly. That's all.
Your answer is over? Okay. I wanted to
Clarify.
yes. So as I mentioned about the question, so mention about the teams and verticals and all those things. So if you are not knowing all those things or contesting for the RAS thing, like as a current RAS, I cannot suggest to go for things and do whatever. If you are elected, what you wanted to do, you do. But in my opinion, you have to know all the things and structures and all those things. That is the first clarification. And I am not satisfied with that whatever the things, whatever the like initiatives or something to bring the people. Done.
I think I can answer this question really better way because I have been working in this team. So at least these verticals I'm knowing. There is 7 verticals in this team. Placement, problem solving cell, R club, RSD, CDCR, and what else? Okay, so those are the verticals. R connect, sorry, I forgot the R connect. Apart from that, I'll tell you the structure of the team. So each team will have heads, and heads will have some cores for each and every specific verticals. And each vertical there would be 4 to 5 coordinators. So for example, we have like 3 to 6 vertical in each and every team. Minimum is 3, maximum is 6. Yeah.
Can you specify any team verticals? Any team verticals?
Okay, so for example, I would say CDCR, there is events, workshops, placement preparation, mentorship, and entrepreneurship. So 5 verticals are there in CDCR.
Then how you bring the people for the RAS Council?
Okay, so as I already mentioned, I have been working in this team and I saw the difficulty along with you. And what I saw, you tried your level best to bring the people, but it is really hard to bring the people. So my initiative would be, I can have orientation, which you already had. During that orientation, I can aware people and then I can tell them benefits. I can tell them why you should join. This is not for us only. This is for each and every scholar. That is one. Another thing, we can have really good PR team outreach. So how we can go with for example, we have these orientation, we did offline. So we can have online also. Similarly, like this session is going on, so that whenever someone wants, they can connect and see. And if they feel really interested, they can come and connect. Apart from that, whenever we have event, we will give some specific time for that event, and we will tell about our team. We will say we are so and so, we are working in these verticals, so people will be aware. My third initiative would be, like, we have no one from UZ and all. It is not all about UZ and PG, but that is my personal view. If PG people going to UZ, UZ people coming to PG, so things are propagating well. So we can have at least one coordinator from UZ if possible.
Completed?
That's all, yeah.
So I wanted to clarify that. So as a RAS, as a current RAS council member, so you can better to know, name the verticals in the each team also, and you have to complete at least 7 teams names also. And another thing I wanted to tell you, one thing, whatever we did that you quoted, but I'm not found the new things from whatever the initiatives to bring the people to the RAS council. And second thing, keeping the UG people in the RAS council according to the constitution, it will not accept. So that is the point you should
I'm
make
sorry,
sure.
I was not aware about that. Sorry for that.
So please learn it and go through it.
Sure,
So tomorrow might be
I'll
he
be
will
happy to learn. Yeah.
Yes, tomorrow might be he will be the RAS and you will be the RAS. Please learn everything and reach the people.
Thank you.
So going to my third question. So currently, what are the major 3 initiatives you wanted to give for our scholars community? And coming to the 3 initiatives, and what are the 3 major problems facing by the scholars? Can you quote it those things and justify by your initiatives? Both.
As Poshadri told,
So specific to the question, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Please, 3 problems, 3 initiatives.
as I mentioned, the first point itself in my manifesto, placements. PhD scholars are getting around 20-25% placement. So when I discussed to PG
That
head,
is not correct. Actually, last year it will be 34%.
I'm telling the present statistics.
Present, okay.
Yeah. So
Present statistics are not completed.
yes, sir.
All
So
phase 2 is
the
going.
present situation. Yeah, sorry, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. So my initiative one I proposed is to bring senior research scholars who are selflessly ready to do small work with the support of recent alumni and with the guidance of different faculty people. And if you're able to bring details about some companies which are ready to take some input, or also the postdoc opportunities which are there, and if you're able to deliver these inputs to the placement team. Presently we have a placement team, department placement team. These people can work on it. So I strongly believe that if this thing is a continuous process for maybe 1 month or 2 months or 4 months, I believe with this support we can improve the placement status. So we have to try it. So this is the one of the thing I have mentioned. Second one is the R calendar for all the institute people. So that, because I saw a lot of messages when do you have any idea when is the seminar, any seminar or conference happening? So I propose one idea that those who people are knowing, like our people will get lot of ideas. Department legislators will get some ideas. All those things will put in a Google Calendar. Or I am proposing to reinstate the portal, research portal. If you are able to do that, we can add something on that portal also. We can put this calendar. So that's students, research scholars will be helpful to see, to get to know. From one place itself, they will get to know. The third point I want to mention is this R survey, where students can mention their issues, and as the team, the problem solving cell, can interact with them and take some feasibility from the advisory people or the officers and give in timely manner so that they will be, they'll feel that, okay, I have something. Or if they are not getting, if we are not able to give the solution also, we'll inform them. So these are some issues are there. So these are the 3 initiatives I want to bring, but we have an experienced team in front of me. Any other issues which they want to bring also, I am ready to learn and I can work on it. So these are the 3 things I want to inform.
Okay. If you are completed, can I clarify all the 3? Okay. So whatever the first thing you told, Placementary Advisory Committee, it is already there. It already there, the BOP members. So please read about the placement things carefully, what are the committees are there and what are the things are there. And BOP members also, this time we had it and we from the office also, from the those also we instructed and having the meetings also. And you, as you said, senior PhD scholars, as you see in your manifesto also. So you said like senior scholars making a committee. So I am facing the problem of filling the placement team also. How could be it will be possible? In my view, that is not at all possible. Going to your second thing, R surveys. So R surveys, we are doing so many surveys. So I can tell you how many people are filling. That is, we can get the things from our people that I can accept. But filling the things, responses for the for the R surveys are very less. You can work out on that. Okay. Third thing, what you said? Calendar. See, making the events and execution of all those things, we need to put lot of efforts. And another thing, we are not the UG people as a course based things and having a time to do all those things. And executing the event also, it will take it so much time, and making the calendar thing, doesn't feasible. So you can work out for the execution of the events rather than calendar. Okay.
Yeah, directly coming to the question, my first initiative would be, we guys do not have any shop, specifically stationery shop in the academic zone. So that is a big problem for scholar. Even for a single pen, they have to run to Guru Nath or shopping complex. So we can have a shop there. That is the initiative as well as problem. So I am addressing that way. My second initiative would be as we are facing problem of getting people, specifically for our specific domain. And as already mentioned, we have to have some better outreach, and we have to have some, orientation as we are already doing. We can do it online also, offline as well as online. Then third initiative would be, we have this women leading initiative, IITM initiative, which is only for women. But people after 5 years are struggling, and most of them are men. So I would like to emphasize on we should utilize alumni fund to support them after 5 years. I think I have addressed 3 problems in 3 initiatives.
Okay, can I clarify the things? So whatever the first problem, whatever you said that shop thing. So already that is not Gurunath, now it is Prime Mart. So can you kindly note down that? So as a RAS, you have to know everything if you become a RAS. And going to bringing these things to the academic zone, doesn't fall under RAS. So that is the thing you should be noted down. So that is the thing, it is not at all feasible for you. Okay. Going to the second thing, what you said, can you repeat it again?
I have to bring more people to the team.
Okay.
Because we have very limited number
so that is
of
the problem,
scholars.
and already I asked him.
I would orientation or events, we will do online as well as offline, so more people can connect to that.
Okay, that I no need to clarify. Already the question was over. I already clarified. And third thing, women leading thing, and from the alumni. As you know, from my tenure, starting tenure onwards, I given a point in the Senate till it was pending, because we are having the funds, alumni. As we know, IIT Madras having so much funds. But that was particularly allotted to all the tasks, and it was still pending. If you are working on that. It will be a very good thing, but I don't know how come it will be like come very sooner. Work on it. I can suggest
As
in
you
work on it.
already put the effort, I suppose it has to happen sometime, and I would really took forward that, and I'll make sure it happens.
But it is already there. But that is
But
it
that
will not
hasn't
make as
come
a
yet.
initiative. Okay. Going to the fourth question. I'll ask the couple of two questions. I'll give it to my team. Two questions. Yes, for two persons. Okay. So can you name the some of the committees RAS is a member and how the committees will be functions and who are the chairmen for that committees? And after that, and can you specify the committee that one and only RAS is a member in that committee?
RAs will be in the...
Can you come from the first? Like the thing is the clear-cut question is name the some of the committees RAS is the member.
Yeah, Board of Academic Research is there, Senate is there, Board of Students. So these are the things I remember actually. I am not that much good, but still I read all those stuffs. I think these things you can check in Manifesto. I know in the rule book.
Yeah, as
Let me clarify. So there are so many committees are there.
Make sure you don't answer the question because she also has to answer.
Oh.
Or you hear her answer also and then you clarify both.
One by one I go. I don't need
No, make sure you don't answer the question. That's what I'm saying. You don't answer the question because...
I'm not answering, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
So, okay. Understood.
yeah, as he mentioned, there is CNET, Board of Student, BAR, SLC, Student Legislative Council, and I think your second question, E-State, I think because I'm not sure, I'm assuming I have been going to E-State for, my quarters and all, and they always say like we have someone like you have to address to blah blah. So I'm assuming RS is member in E-State as well, and that might be the committee you are the member.
Okay, both of you specified some of the committees only, but RAS is the most of the committees is like around like so other than CCW committee, hostel extension committees in the board of placements and Senate things and all those committees are there, and you people are not specified about the chairmen who are the committee chairmen, and also as you said that is the correct thing. I am the RAS is the only the member in the estate section. So going to my fifth question. So can you, both of the people, you people are not mentioned about anything about the budget. Are you wanted to work as a without budget for your next council? So that is very hard, I can suggest. And another thing, so can you tell about your budgets like whatever you wanted to like approximate RAS budgets, and what is the budget routes it will go and where it needs to go and where it needs, how it will come out, like where it needs to go and how it will come out.
Yeah. What would be the source of your budget and how you'll be spending?
As I have worked in this RAS council, I understood one thing about budget. Each team will have some budget. So if I assume like, let me count some numbers. So I assume it was around 18 to 20 lakh what we proposed. And to pass that budget, it has to go through SLC. And in that SLC, there would be all secretaries, 9 secretaries, and 1 speaker, and all legislators would be there to vote, and they will vote like someone can abstain or reject, and 2/3 of the present member, if they are voting positively, I hope it will go into the motion, and then it will go to BOS, and then further, that's all.
So from my information, what I learned, we are organizing different programs. Like if you are organizing seminar, workshops, if according to the people who are coming, if you are online seminar, maybe the cost will be 2,000 or 3,000. But if you are organizing a seminar where people are coming, travel charge, everything together, maybe it go to 2,000. So all those things we can do through the dean's office. From the stack account, we can take the money. And also, if you are proposing like RSD, we can propose like different programs, so that we can propose like 6 to 7 lakhs. So as as RIS team is one of the benefits is we can directly propose to dean's office, and from stack account we can get the money. That's all.
You clarify, please.
Yes. Actually, the budgets and all those things, each team having a unique budgets, and each head needs to, with the help of the course, he need to structurize the budgets, and approximately, as she said, it will be like around 18 to 20 lakhs. And going to that, the process of budget initiation and all those things through the SLC, and we have to propose the budget in the SLC, and all the legislator needs to vote. And after the getting the 2/3 of majority, from there it will be passed, and speaker, the chairman of the committee, like the speaker will announce to the GSB, then it is comes to the stacks, and after that only you have to initiate the your events things.
Fine. We'll go to the GSB questioning. Please raise your hand who wants to ask the question. We'll come back. No, we'll come back. We'll come back. GSB. Yeah. Could you please hand over the mic to
Sushant,
Yeah.
can we go to our team, because
Will GSB from your team? I'll go. No. After GSB questioning, I'll go to your team. Okay. Yeah.
Hello. First of all, it is good to see both people coming here and talking about their manifesto point. Serin, you are talking about yoga, and I actually liked it very much. And Robin, your thing was related to extending the Women Leading Initiative for men as well. I want to know from both of you, how many PhD scholars are there currently enrolled at IIT Madras? Second question is, how many of them have a workstation allotted in the very beginning of when they join PhD? And the third thing is what is the exact reason that PhD students are not getting placed, and how are you going to address this question? So I want you to answer this crisply rather than beating around the bush. Thank you so much.
Answer to your first question, how many PhD students are registered? Might be around 3,000 to 4,000. I'm not having exact number. And allotment of workstation to each and every student, I'm not very sure, because I never encountered any such data, who has been allotted workstation and who has not that. And your third question, please come again, I missed that.
So both of you are talking about placement of PhD scholars, and also talking a lot about why PhD scholars are not turning up to be a part of the different teams. So what I'm asking is, what is the exact reason? When you are going about finding a solution to a problem, you should know what is the exact reason for that problem. So what is the reason PhD students are not able to cope up with the placement process and get placed in time? So this is what I wanted. And since both of you are fighting for research affairs secretary, so I want to make sure whether my representative is even aware of how many PhD students are there in the campus right now. Okay. So this is the question.
Yeah, so coming to this, people are not showing up. One point was awareness. And second thing is, we have to approach people in a different way. So I think they are very much busy with their work and they do not want to show up. But what we can propose is, we have to go through HODs and we make sure that whatever information we are sending, it reach to each and everyone. So then only they can come. And coming to the placement thing, how do we improve the placement this year? So we can propose, like for example, we have exchange program, so we have global engagement. So I would focus here on academic first. So whenever they are putting some information about some industry or some, not industry actually, whenever they are putting information about some university, what I feel was people do not know how to initiate that particular process. So in that, what we can do, we can have some session on that, and we can tell them each and every information what is required to address that particular problem. Along with that, like for example, university is asking some letter, some NOC, some endorsement. So we can have that beforehand. So that is one way to go with the exchange program. Yeah.
The first question, the questions you are asked is very valid actually. As I am from the second year, I am from the second year student. As I am contesting for this post, I had studied about the placement thing from my side. How much I can possible I study. So the first question you asked, like how many PhD scholars are there? I think around 2,700. But the placement, the people who sat for placement this year is around 150. But I am not able to tell the exact final year students who are like, what's the number? Maybe 300 or 400. But around 150 students sat for placement this time, and only 25 got placed. So the issue you pointed out, there are a lot of issues regarding these placements. Some issues are because of some negligence from the students. Some issues are like companies are not coming, or when companies are coming also, your area is not matching with them. So one thing I found is, like there's a lot of points, but one thing I found is the proper communication is also one issue. Like, for example, I am giving some examples. I will try to answer through some examples. Like if you are in the final stage of your PhD work, if you are writing thesis, and if you feel that maybe by May or June you will finish. So if you are going to place in a company by June, you have to register at least 1 year before, like you have to register by before August or before September. So when you gate things, like before 6 or 7 years before, when you gate things maybe, okay, when you go for getting NOC, you will tell, sir, I am in the process of this writing, I believe that I will come finish my work by May or June. So while you give the NOC, I want to sit placement of December. But sometime gate may not convince that, so he may not give the permission. He want to see how you work. Maybe he'll wait till November or December. Then what happens? That point itself, you lost some of the companies. Because if you want to attend the placement companies, you have to apply every year to fill all the procedures before September. So this year what happened is around 80 companies came for taking recruiting PhD people, but 45 people out of 150 were only able to apply after November. So this is the one issue I face. Second is the training for the PhD people. They have to work something like how to be in a group discussion, how to attend an aptitude test, because companies want people who are really ready to work, mingle. So in this area we have to work on it. And apart from that, I told you some points I mentioned. Some scholars want to do academic placements. So academic placements are not coming. So those people are not coming for placements. That's why I propose few of the things in my manifesto, which I believe where I can give you whatever input possible with the support of the things like postdoc people, what are the available resources in our IIT. We have to get trained. And I believe if we work in team, we can improve the number of placements. Thank you.
You can only give a clarification if you want. You can only give a clarification if you want, right? No?
Yeah. So clarification is there is no question which is good or bad. The question was asked about the number of verticals in the team by Chatri Poshadri, and it was not answered appropriately. So I had all the right to know whether you know even the number of PhD students or not. So all the things are good, but my question was not bad as you commented. So
No.
this is the first point. Discussion should go on only with a good attitude, not by pointing someone as good or bad or a question as good or bad. All questions are good and with a good intention that the people who are coming up are able to cope up with the things which are happening in the research affairs, not to demean any one of you, okay? I appreciate both of you coming here, taking time out of your research work and trying to do good for the PhD scholars and especially MS scholars. Robin, I congratulate you because you are coming with this thing. You want to struggle for MS scholarship. These people are really struggling. I have seen MS scholars who are not even able to repair their bicycle.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. Yeah. Any other GSB, please raise your yeah. So there's one. Yeah. And the previous person said, there's only one question allowed for GSB. Okay.
Yeah, I have two questions. First of all, I would like to happy to standing for the RAS for both of you. And my question is that you have been saying that people have been going for a stress. You have been conducting the yoga sessions and meditations and stuff. So first of all, I want to know that what is the root cause behind on the stress. Why people are been going with so much training and every year and year end, and people are been continuing after the 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Why it is not been reducing? Why people are not able to completing their PhD within 4 years or before the 5 years? So that is my first question. And find out the initiatives for root cause mechanism for clearing their stress before itself. And the second question is that have you gone through the process of the international system, how many years the PhD system is going on? So in their 3 years or 4 years, so how you have been comparing with the IIT or Indian system with the other international systems? Why it is not matching with those systems, and what is the rules and regulations they have been following? How you can able to initiate here itself as an RS if you have been elected? Thank you.
One thing I want to clarify this, as in my manifesto point, the yoga session and everything I mentioned, I'm not only focusing on yoga. Actually, what I meant is, we have to initiate like small activities inside the department with the support of some scholars or somebody who's ready to engage them. Someone have to go and pick them. Then I think, as working as a team, or if they do like that, it will help them to create a mental happiness. As you told, you mentioned a very good point, like people who are in IIT, they are doing their PhD for the 6th and 7th years. And in foreign country, if you see, they will finish by 3 or 3.5 years. So one of the point, what I felt is, maybe the professors in IIT want a lot of paper, like 2-3 papers. But our other universities, maybe one is enough, they will, whatever recruitment is, whatever experiment they have done, they completed, and if they are ready, they can go. But still, you can understand that IIT has changed the system. Now, a lot of new things have came. Everyone is trying to complete the PhD within 5 years. If you are not doing, there are a lot of things that are happening around nowadays. So I believe that nowadays system is changing, and we are also learning new things. Collaborations are coming. So I believe in the future, like maybe after 5 or 6, maybe 5 or 5 years, we will also go through the process. We will also will be enhancing these things and all.
Yeah, as you ask, what is the root cause for this stress? I would say one of the reason is people are not graduating. So your both question, I feel really connected. Like I think you want to ask like people not graduating like outside. So thinking that we have collected some survey and we thought we will propose it to CNET and it happened. So those research credits are the fruitful result of that. So people are having these research credit for accountability. But what happens, it has to have some smoothening there, but it could not happen. So one positive impact of that is we will have some accountability. So after like whatever happened, 6 months and all, we have to look at whether we can smoothen it. And I believe there is lots of things we have to smoothen it. But at least for accountability, who's going beyond 5 years, professor has to pay some stipend for that. It was the idea behind pushing these credits. So I think I'm answering that. So people would be graduating soon in 5 years of span.
We'll go to the next question. I think so. That ma'am
Hello.
raised her
Sushant, I want to clarify something
sure.
to the people also.
Yeah.
So, as he mentioned, Kalyan, very good question. Kalyan Chakravarti is my... I wanted to clarify, then you can ask the question. Sushant, I wanted to clarify. People also need to know. The thing is, actually, they are not told.
Absolutely.
The thing is, already in 303 Senate, if I am not wrong, 304 Senate, 303 Senate, I given as agendas. So I need the people to graduate whatever the stipulated time. So it was happening in the foreign universities. Why it was not happening? So by that, before the Senate agendas and all those things, they stipulated a committee. They formed a committee. On that committee, they decided, and everything, whatever the things are there, it was circulated to the students also. Now, the committees are formed throughout the department. They are finding the people who are more than the 5 years, who are more than the 7 years also, who are the registrations are cancelled. I am hoping that this time the number of the graduation will be increases. So this already did.
Yeah, you may please go ahead with the question. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so my question is regarding a discrepancy I noticed in the AIRSS brochure that was circulated. So initially in the mails that we were getting, the name of our candidate, Mrs. Robin Rathi, was there. But later, on a mail dated January 30th, if you click the link for the brochure, the previous brochure was deleted and a new brochure with a photo and a name as the outreach executive was added. And if you see the website also, this is missing. So I feel that this is a serious discrepancy. So it may be an argument that it was missed out. So who would be accountable for this? And for a normal voter, I feel that this could be a misuse of power for promoting a particular candidate. So I would like to get clarification from the candidate or from the RAS Council regarding this.
Okay, so I will put it in another manner. You're requested to tell your credentials, okay, that what have you been in the team first of all, your credentials, and when did you join the team and what has been so far, and rest of the discrepancies we have received a formal mail and we are inquiring upon that. So I would say that, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sushant, I think she will be justified that. I don't need to answer. She will be justified.
Okay. So as I'll tell you how RS structure works. So first of all, this RS election will happen, then RS will come into the power. Then RS will have some selection process, and one form will be floated. You have to fill and you have to come for the interview. Then RS will select their executive. So I was the executive. So then executive will, process this further and they will recruit the heads. So being an RAS executive, I was there in his team from start itself. So coming to your point, like I was there in outreach and AIRSS and all. When I thought of contesting for this, I asked people like I won't be continuing, as a continuous member because I have to focus on my campaign. And I'm a candidate, if I'm committed to something, I won't spoil some other's fare. So if I'm committed, I'll do the outreach. I'm very sure it is not possible for me. It is impossible. I have to do my campaign. I have to look at other things. So coming to your point, I'm not aware whether my name was removed or added. But what I know, that is my clarification. Yeah.
I'll take one more question from GSB and then we move to the council. Yeah, one question and then we'll come back to GSB. There are multiple rounds. Till 10:30 we have time. One question I'll take. Yeah, young man. We'll take his and we'll go to ours. Yeah.
Okay, my question is from Cheryl. On feasibility, page number 6 of yours, you have mentioned something for wellness. And yes, as well as, I guess, which is not concerned with the open gym, means you have to take the feasibility. So how you made that feasibility? Like you have to take feasibility from the RAS and Mitra, but these open gyms and all don't come under the Mitra. So how you justify your feasibility like that?
No, it's like,
I wanted to clarify, I'm not given any feasibility.
So what is that?
yeah, what I want to tell
First
you.
of all, how can you mention without taking feasibility from
No,
RAS?
it's like, etc. examples. I have mentioned that for the hostel. I think I have to check that.
Page number 6 of your feasibility.
Yeah, but, yeah. Okay, what I want to tell you is, like, what I can tell you is, so what I proposed is for quarters. It's for a long time no one was thinking about their issues and their wellness and all. So I was thought, like, why can't we make some community in the quarters also and do some quarters. I proposed some quarters there. And also I proposed them, there are a lot of other people are living the quarters. Why can't we propose a small room or something like that? Some amenities are there so that they can do some recreation. That's what I mentioned there. And I talked to Mitra people. Also, I have discussed with Dean of Students and Dean of research about this thing, and they both told it is feasible.
Actually, I want to say that you have mentioned departments as well as hostel area for scholars. You have mentioned in your feasibility. I'm just reading your feasibility. I will just read it once again. Research scholars, therefore, it is essential to come up with activities that promote the physical and mental health of researchers, not of quarters area people.
So, yeah, we agree to your clarification. We'll move to the council. We'll come back to the GSP. Please. Council. RS Council. Council, can we get? I'll come to EC also, no? There's time. Council, can we have? RS. Yeah. Quick 4 questions from council, and then we'll come back to EC and then to GSB.
Okay, I will question.
Fine.
So I have a question to both of you. You tell me what is the highest institute body where Research Affairs Secretary is part of? Quick question, answer fast.
Repeat, please.
What is the highest body in the institute, body or committee where Research Affairs Secretary is part of?
I'm not able to, I don't know whether it's Senate.
Okay.
Yeah, Senate.
Okay, it is Senate. So what is the Senate comprised of? Who all are the members of Senate? Or who all, you only tell who all other secretaries are part of Senate.
Yeah, SLC members are there.
Who are there?
Legislative members.
Okay.
Legislative members and a speaker.
Okay, fine. To you?
All the secretaries would be part of that. All the secretary. You are asking. Senate. Oh,
Senate.
Just a second.
Other than Research Affairs Secretary?
Academic Affairs Secretary and Student General Secretary along with RAS. Three people.
Okay. So Sharon, I have a very clear-cut clarification question to you. Didn't you find it accountable standing for the position of Research Affairs Secretary to either take funds from Research Affairs Secretary? If you become the Research Affairs Secretary, you will be a part of Senate and you don't even know who are the members of Senate. You are telling a speaker, SLC, none of them is part. Research Affairs Secretary, Academic Affairs Secretary and Student General Secretary are part of Senate. Please go through it, please take funds from him. Even if you become a secretary, do make sure that you are taking funds from him. So my next question is, tell me 2 committees, at least 2 committees where only Research Affairs Secretary is part of. Up to you, Sharon.
One I already mentioned E-State and he said, yeah, he's the only member of E-State. And I'm not very sure some shopping committee was supposed to come, whether that has come or not. So if that is coming, I think he would be part of that solely. I think that one.
Actually, I read those things, but I'm not able to remember now. Sorry, I will learn it and I will learn it.
Please,
what I want to tell is I read all those things, but I am not remembering this thing. So I assure you that I will learn those things maybe in the process. And also, I will learn whatever I don't know. He is there to support us, to guide us. So I am a learner. I assure you that those questions like technical terms and all, I will surely learn if I come into the question.
Yeah, please do. Because if you are not aware of the things, then you will not be able to represent the students at whatever place you are part of. So the 2 committees are State Section and Shop Allotment Committee. Okay, over to the committee, these team members.
So I am ready to give guidance to both the people. All the best. Anyone coming, I am ready to guide.
My question to Robin. So I have seen in placement team. So you wanted to put MS and PhD separate in different verticals, right? So my question is it already we have an academic placement team under Saravana Vilasini. So what is the point? Don't you feel if you put again separate MS and PhD, it will create a problem? And another question is since you also everyone is mentioning, it's very difficult to get PhD students to come into any activities, right? So how do you want to improve that?
Okay, so after putting this point, actually, I'm telling you one thing. What I thought, just because there was separate placement for MS, one head was there. For PhD, another head was there. So Vilasni was there. And I couldn't see any fruitful solution from there, so people could not get placed. So I assume it, if this vertical would have been under a particular, like single fellow, it would have been better. Only thing is we need to have more cores and coordinators. And I believe in placement team, we always have sufficient application from the student leaving specific department. So I believe it should be that way. And that is just a proposal. If it does not work out that way, I'm open to work out later.
RAs, you can always clarify whenever you feel. You can always give a clarification whenever you feel. Okay.
Like, then what is your plan with the academic placement team? What do you want to do with it?
This is a follow-up, right?
Yeah. So what is your plan with the academic placement team, existing academic placement team? So we have an academic placement team, right? So,
Yeah. So my plan was we have this placement team and it was segregated. So my plan was to club together. So instead of having two heads, what I was proposing, let's have some vertical in under one head. So for example, you have this PZ. So under PZ, you can have one like single head and then PZ and then academic and then postdoc openings, and that can be a core. Along with that, like you can have core from all the departments.
Next. Switch it on.
Hello. I wanted to clarify about this question. Actually, we came through that one. Whatever you mentioned. So in the before 1A only there is a core is there for academic relations. We came through that. There is a no. We thought that we need more people and we need more responsible person to deal this vertical. So that's why we made it. So please go through that and ask them also.
So now my question will be to Sharon. You have written about premium subscription. I wanted to know its financial feasibility, like how you will try to make it feasible, as we know that there are 4,000 students. And if we calculate in total, it will be going beyond 20 to 25 lakhs. So how will you make it feasible? Because the RAS fund complete is even 18 to 20 lakhs. So for one proposal, your fund will be above 25. So how it is financially feasible?
So that proposal I have made the feasibility. For that, I started working on it. I sent mail to LinkedIn people, and they told that we will communicate with you regarding the fund. Like I didn't know the exact amount of the premium account, so I started my procedure. And for feasibility, what I did is I went to alumni office. I met one ma'am there. I talked to her. She told that if you're able to bring the reason why you want this LinkedIn, and if you're able to tell that this is one of the thing all the placement people need, through the letter from Dean's office, you can propose this to us. From the joy of this some account, joy of this thing, that account we can find the money. So about the amount, he told itself for 5,000 people 20 lakhs. So, but I proposed around 1,000 account. I asked the LinkedIn people. I didn't get the amount. So when I get this amount, I will again propose the further things if I become the RS.
Yes, I wanted to clarify this also. Whatever like LinkedIn was happened in the previous year, the LinkedIn people reached to not only IIT Madras, the reputed institutions they reached, and for them outreach only they given for the free. So we reached them, they clarified that, and we reached again and again. They said this is not possible. And another thing, so this type of things like LinkedIn, Grammarly, and now I'm asking library to give the Philbot also. That is there in IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi also. So this type of things will come through the library. If you can if you wanted to do that. I already in the last LAC meeting also I requested. They said it is not at all possible because that is huge budget. And other thing I wanted to clarify, before the Soapbox also IIR secretary is mentioned. So if you wanted to go for Jaya of giving, so there are very less response. I think in my opinion it is not at all feasible.
Now my question is to Robin. You have written the addressing of GPU problem, how it is financially feasible, because as we calculated roughly it will be accounting to 1.5 to 2 CR. So please provide a financial accountability for this.
Oh, I haven't checked the financial thing for that. What I came to know, this is a really long lasting problem for the student. Everyone is using simulation and they are facing this issue. So I'm not focusing on bringing it to the, financially. What I'm focusing here is, if people are facing some issue, we have to address it somewhere. And we have to find some solution for that. So we can have like some distributed node, we can have some different node to the different department. Some solution should be there. I'm not focusing how it would be feasible financially. I have to check the financial thing later. But this is the issue and I have to address it to the PG Senapati and along with other people. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean to say that justly you have now came to know that this is one of the issues, and once you become research affairs secretary, after that you will have a talk with HODs and all, and then you will bring up some solutions.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently you don't have any financial feasibility for it.
No, no, no.
Okay, fine.
RS Council, yeah.
Yes. So another thing, this is, I spoke with the CC chairman, the Fani Kumar sir. So this is the problem because of happening due to they purchased some subscription. So this was, they are in the under renew only, but our people use more and more thing. That's why they stopped it. They are working on it. And another thing, recent BOS meeting, I requested Dean of Students, please address the issue. Scholars are like, they need very much like storage thing we needed. So please, like whatever the general thing you are giving, so please give more, like around, now they are telling that around 20 GB they are giving, 25 GB. I requested them give the 50 GB to the scholars. And again, I am stating that without going the feasibility of financial some of the things, don't code this type of things in here. You can work out for the problem, no issues.
Yes, so I have one question with Soren. Like during a speech you mentioned like you are worried about that hostel, that quarter people. Like you told that you support the quarter people. Then what about hostel like scholar? So like can you give that clear?
It is not like I'm not supporting
like
the hostel. I
two times
understand
you
your
mentioned that
yeah,
you are supporting the quarters people.
Yes, I understand. So the thing is, why I mentioned the quarters people, because like there is like nobody is taking care of like their issues and all. But I know that Moshadri had made last year Moshadri made some asked the problems they have stated. It. One visit was also there. I know. But think this community wellness, including the community wellness. I propose this thing. Nothing too much. We have to make everyone together. That's what I meant. And I know this. I think you got the point. It doesn't mean that I'm not taking care of the hostel people. Okay.
Yes, one more question. Like you mentioned that you are going to conduct some aptitude test for like research scholar. As you know that from CDCR we are doing one placement preparation team, and we conducted so many that tests. So like what the new that you are going to do?
Yes, I think you have conducted, I checked your mails and all, you have conducted a lot of things regarding the placements. What I'm trying to do is, see, I told you, small things, big changes, that's the motto. So maybe I will conduct some series of testers so that they can learn. With one test, they can't learn, right? What I feel is, they have to go through a series of training, then only they are able to attend an interview. Interview is not a simple thing. So that's what I mentioned there, yeah.
I wanted to clarify two questions, whatever he was asked. So there is a team is there, problem solving cell. So I like allotted the verticals. There is a academic related problem representative, quarter problem representative, day scholar also, and wellness also. There are everywhere the representatives also there, and the quarters like concern things, and we had the inspections, all those things we have done it already. There is nothing, no new thing you have to come, but whatever the thing is there, you have to working on it, it will come the beautiful solution. First of all, that is the first thing. And second thing, we conducted the lecture series, we conducted the placement series also. There is no point of mentioning again. So that's why I already said, whatever the things are already going on, those things you are making as a points of like the manifesto points and all the problems. Please go through the whatever the things are solved. Whatever the things are not solved, you can focus that one.
You have pointed out about surveys. I'm asking this question to both of you. You have pointed about conducting several surveys. By the way, I am the one who conducted all the surveys in the past 1 year of academic year. So I just want to know how many surveys have been conducted by us? Question number 1, right? Question number 2, can you recall any questions from the survey? These are quick questions. Question number 3, how much percentage of students, scholars, filled the survey forms? We have interacted multiple times and I expect you people to answer these questions.
After they have answered your question, we'll move to GSP. Okay.
Sure.
So as you ask this, presently I am not able to answer the questions, but my survey, what I proposed is, it's not like some question answer session. What I proposed is a form where you can fill your issues so that our placement team will look at these issues and we will go to the whatever authority is it, we will ask them to get the solution. So that's what I mean. That's why I want to clarify that. And we will communicate this to people so that there will be a system where some other transfer to will be there. So as you were asked these questions, I'm not able to recall anything. So, but if you want, I can check it and I inform you.
I think the number would be 6 to 7, and question I'm not recalling because I myself haven't filled that. So, yeah, what else?
Sir, I just want to clarify that we got about 2.2% response, which is very low.
I know that.
And I don't know how to respond to this. Even you are the aspiring people and you are not able to recall what questions we answered. Most of them are related to wellness, and we didn't receive even at least 10%, which is about 400 out of 4,000 scholars. So I request you, both of you to take this seriously, and it's not about changing the system that we have proposed. It's about motivating the people and make them fill the form. You have to ensure that you are available for the people and you will be available for the people. Take them really seriously. Take all the surveys and analyze all of them, come up with the solution, and take these solutions along with the concerning issues to the administration. This is what I just want to convey.
Sure,
Thanks.
I'll take this suggestion and I'll definitely do it in the future.
Sure. No. We'll go to GSB right now. I'll come back. Yeah. We'll begin with that, sir. Yeah. We'll begin.
Yeah, hi. Just before, I have two questions. But I'd like to make a clarification because the RAs conveniently did not clarify it.
Okay.
So, Ms. Robin, you had earlier said that the PhD placement head is Ms. Saravana Vilashni, and you said that the MS had a different placement head. Is that right? That's what you said, right? That's what she said. That is utterly wrong because the MS PhD placement head is Anurag Dubey, and Saravana Vilashni is the placement head of the academic PG placement team.
Sure.
I hope you agree. Yeah, but you did not clarify it conveniently. Okay, let it be. Now, first thing is, what I want to say is you guys are talking about the PhD placements or the PG placements. Actually, I told, let me finish. You spoke, let me finish. Thank you.
Let him speak.
Okay, so you spoke about the PhD, MS, PhD placements. It's fine. Now, my question to you is, you are aware that there are phase 1, phase 2 placements. What are the difficulties that were there in phase 2 placements that the committee, like the CORDS, and the course placement course phase, which were not there in phase 1. So I'm assuming a very grounded answer, at least 2 to 3 points. Yeah, both. I want from both.
Please come again. I couldn't understand.
So there are 2 placement phases, phase 1, phase 2, which is currently undergoing. Give me at least 2 to 3 issues which we faced, the placement team faced during phase 2, which were not there during phase 1, and maybe issues on how, solutions for that. I hope that's clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, phase 1 issue, you are asking me phase 2 issue, right? Altogether. So, during phase 1,
Just to clarify, I'm talking about the working and the streamlined functioning during the placements. Interviews on the days. Thank you.
I think I couldn't understand your question properly. Please come again.
During phase 1, companies come over a period of 7 days. It works, interviews happen, written tests happen, etc. Phase 2, similar things happen, but with issues. What are the issues that were not there in phase 1, were there in phase 2? Thank you.
I'm not aware about those such issues right now, but what I felt is phase one we have these companies coming and taking. I understood that process, and we felt the difficulty was because we were not having candidate coming earlier. When companies started coming, most of the PhD people started registering that time. So for the core and coordinators, it became really difficult to work out that time to verify their resume along with, test started. So that was difficulty during phase one. Phase two, I assume, very limited companies are coming, and I'm not literally aware about that. What is the problem with phase two?
So from my knowledge, what I felt is in the phase one, it is a properly channeled thing, where their hostels are there, so logistic they are there, people also there. So it will go very smoothly. But the phase two, what happens is it will happen in different time, different scenario. So that logistic issues are there, room booking issues are there, placement people are there, less. And also classes are going on. So I think there are a lot of issues in the placement, in the second phase. I hope I answered.
You want to clarify something?
Yeah, I just want to clarify that what he said is right to somewhat extent, because in phase 1 we have a separate dedicated center with 24/7 logistics, food, water, everything. But in phase 2, since it's staggered and the availability of rooms and all is very different, and yeah, so I believe that is right.
Sure. We'll go with that red t-shirt.
Hi. This is about mental well-being, okay? So everyone is talking about counseling students, right? So why both of you, this question is for both of you, and it's suggestion and a question also. So why don't you consider counseling professors the root cause of the problems, right?
I think this is a really good suggestion. I would say not a question, this is a suggestion, and I would definitely take that forward if possible.
As a responsible system, I hope that the IIT will be proposing, as you told, there will be some counseling system for the students. I believe that there will be support system for the faculties also.
Any other question from GSB? Yeah. We'll take his question. Then I'll move to, counsel.
Hello.
We are having a constraint of time.
So,
first time.
one of the shortcomings that everyone acknowledges with the present SLC is that there is no transparency in the communication. Also, in your manifesto, you have told about the R surveys and everything will be communicated. And you also told that there will be meetings monthly with the research legislators. So, how do you plan to ensure that each and every decision, for example, RAC is part of many committees. So, how do you plan to ensure that the decisions or what he proposed in the RAC proposed in different committees will be reaching to every research scholar?
In my manifesto, I have clearly mentioned the accessibility of these records. So what I think is we will ensure that what are the minutes of meetings happening which are related to students, it will be timely circulated to students, and we will get the feedback also from the students, and we will do it. So what we will do is we will go to the offices, we will through the legislator, or we will go to the Dean's research office, and we will try to ask them and push them to give this as soon as possible. Maybe there are some technical issues, maybe that's why it's taking a lot of time, but we will try to push them to give us as soon as possible. Like Poshadri was circulating a lot of circulars, I remember. That 303 circular also he published, but it would take some time. I think that's some official issues, right? Yeah.
Actually, the circulars, the Senate minutes and everything will be circulated. So, if it is happening in this month, and before the Senate they will be circulated, because they have to work out so many things to like construct committees and all those things. That is the way it will be like somewhat delay. Other than that, we are getting, I am also circulating.
Yeah, so answer to your question is we have to circulate whenever meetings are happen. We have to circulate it as soon as possible through S-mail. But truth is people won't read that. Even I'm one of that culprit, I'm telling you fact. At least you should appreciate that. No one bothered to read those meetings, who was present, who abstained and all those. Because very recently I started going through those because I thought I'm RS aspirant. or else I myself never read that. I think I don't know how many of you are doing that. So I think
RAS, oh, sorry, Council. I'll take one question from you and then I'll go to SCCC and then we'll end. Time constraint is there. Okay, last question I'll take. Okay, so you take a last.
My question is regarding to Sherin about this R calendar. So you mentioned in the motivation that you are going to make a consolidated information about these calendars, right, from each department. Also, you mentioned in the below that you are consolidating across events across the India. So how it will be logistically possible to because as a PhD scholar, everyone will have niche specific areas. So if you take all these inputs, it will be very hectic to coordinate. There are already professional platforms which do that. This seems to be a very broad perspective, broad project.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and also other thing like how will this will also serve as a single communication channel. How will you make sure that this will not be ignored by the students?
Yeah,
this also
this is
makes
a
an
proposed,
alternate. Yeah.
This is not. This is a proposed idea where every department will do like in the Google form. Like easily, if you go to a website and search what are the upcoming seminars or workshops, you can search in the Google. You can get a link of what are the things. If you are searching for international conference, they will publish maybe 1 year before. So we'll get these details. I am asking the legislators and the people, I have mentioned who are doing that, our club people. So these people will continuously monitor, maybe 2 weeks or 1 month, they will check what are the recent advances. They will add in their department calendar, so the Google calendar, so that any research scholars coming, accessing that calendar, they can see that. That's all. It's not a too big thing. And one of the proposed ideas is we have a research scholars portal which is not down, I think. So if we are able to revamp that, we can add something to this. I had to discuss Poshadri also what is the feasibility this. So I think if he's supporting me, I will try to bring that. That's what I mean. So in that we can add this part also. So that every resource scholars will be there in the portal. Also what are the activities coming, that will be out there in the portal. And people will be easy to access news things.
Poshadri, ask your last question.
So clarifying this question, actually like connecting to the people in the institute also it is very difficult, and connecting to the other institutions. So I made a group, but rarely they will message. As a representative of the institute also, and connecting into the scholar other institution, it is not at all feasible in my view. So if you wanted to work out, you can work out, no issues. Okay. So going to my last question, both of you. So this is the major problem I found in my entire tenure. So in my entire tenure, I found a problem. The scholars are not ready to address the problems. So facing due to the scared about the advisors, scared to the advisors, and they rather than addressing their problem to the institute or the departments, they are telling that to forced me so many times to solve this problem as a general problem. So how you wanted to solve this problem? So how you going to motivate them to come and address the problems, whatever it is problems?
So first thing what we can do, we can have anonymous survey, no need to mention the name. So at least we will have list of the problems. And from that we can think which is priority and all, and we can sort out that way. And another thing is people are not opening up, coming to the solution. In that case, what we can have instead of having a committee of professors, we can have a committee consisting of medical officer if it is in case of wellness. Along with that, we can have some admin people instead of professor, because I saw this professor are biased to other professors.
I want to ask you clarify the question. Right? I mean, I will tell what I understand.
Sherin, can you give it to her? Actually, she told about the problem only. She not told about the solution. How she wanted to do. After that, I'll tell you.
Okay, so problem is we will collect the data anonymously. We will identify the problems. And solution to that is instead of, for example, there is we found 100 scholars are stressed. So that data we will take and we will ask a committee, we will form a committee with the help of CMO, And not only professor, there should be some other member from the admin instead of professor. So my point is, these are the problem and committee is the solution.
As you said, this was anonymous. Means
Yeah.
you are not pointing any scholar.
Right.
How can? Like my point is, one scholar is coming, he is telling that a problem, but he is scared about the advisor to represent that. So for that, I wanted to overcome solution.
Okay, I think I understood it differently.
Okay.
So if a scholar is approaching me with some problem, so what I have to do, first of all, I have to listen that problem. And then I have to frame something like, is it really a big problem? And then we already initiated this Kushal thing and all, that is just to make sure. But again, that is professor to professor. So we have to find, like we have to channelize it through some other committees only, not professor to professor.
Sherin,
Yeah.
can I repeat or?
No,
Okay.
I understand the question.
Okay.
So, in my view, like maybe this is not the correct view. Everyone have different views, right? So, in my view, what I will do is first I will talk to that person. I will talk such a way that I will make sure that this is a person, your guide is a responsible person, and he is not going to do anything to you. So, I will make sure that the person you are afraiding, you don't need to afraid. You have to go and talk. I will convince him such a way that what is the issue, I will talk to him and I will tell you, you have these things, these are but there are something for you also in this campus. There are something limitation to pros also. So I tell him that you just go, after convincing him, I will tell him, just go to him, talk what is the real issue. Just face him, just tell him. Sometimes the professor may not have that problem. Maybe there's some kind of miscommunication. It will be go. That's my opinion.
Want to clarify?
Clarification I wanted to give. So actually what you said and you said, like some of the way, like a little bitly we can address. The thing is, and the thing of the problem still remains. So clarifying that, so he come to like address the problem. He not told like how to like do something. So that is the way. And another thing, we are having a platforms. There is a redressal mechanism system is there. So in the department level, grievance system is there. So after that, in the institute level, redressal mechanism is there. If you go through it, you will understood everything. And another point I wanted to say, whenever I started my tenure, I asked the question to solve these problems. If I wanted to like having a problem with my professor, I wanted to like address it in any forum. That courage I wanted from the institute. So now the students ombudsman came, but we interacted recently, but we don't know how much power she have. So make sure that interact with the ombudsman and what are the power she having and how you can include wherever the scholars are facing. So solve one problem, by that there is a solution will come and everyone come and address. This is my opinion.
Sure.
So whatever your opinions, you can do it.
So,
thank you.
Right. So I'll just ask one last question from my part as a student election commissioner. You must be aware, you all are aware about SLC, right? That is the legislature. Executive council is the executive members. So there must be something judiciary also, right? Legislature, executive, third is judiciary. Can you name the body which is acting as a judiciary in the institute or quasi-judiciary?
SECC? Student Ethics and Constitutional Committee.
Yeah, that's only. It will act as Students' Constitution and Ethics Committee.
Okay, so I'll clarify it. It's Student Ethics and Constitution Commission, okay? So it's the same commission which converts to SEC also, Student Election Commission. So I think so that's enough, but I would request all the researchers, everyone in here, it's a humble request from my end and I would say from all the Executive Council members also. The low representation of PG is not only in placements or filling the form or anywhere, it's also in the voting as well. It's a very bad voting turnout. And this time when we are aspiring to achieve somewhere around 100% turnout, I think so I need a very big help from your end as well. So I would request you to please approach as many scholars as you can. I'll make the best of the arrangements I can, from setting a booth in the quarters to making the e-cards reaching your labs, everything. We have the RAS, SGS to make sure that they are in contact with all the scholars. But by the end of the day, we need to make sure we have 100% turnout. And please request as many scholars to become part of this Operation 100 and let's make this a grand success. Wish you all every very best and see you all on 12th of March for the polling day. Thank you so
for
much.
this, we are with you.